Morning all. Today's video is going to be about some of the changes that we've seen in ChatGPT over the last couple of days. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is a really interesting development. So those that have been working with me for a little while, you'll know that one of the things that I've been talking about for quite some time is how I think that ChatGPT is going to evolve the graphical interface, and it's going to allow you to do more within ChatGPT and use it as a workspace. Well, I think we've taken a really big step towards that over the weekend. So I'm going to show you something called GPT-4 with Canvas, which has just been released. So the way that works, there's two things that this is really good for. One is for writing code, which a lot of people aren't going to be interested in at this point. But the other one is for content and working with data, spreadsheets. So let me show you how this works. So I'm going to ask it to write me an article about visualize. Okay, now what you'll notice is instead of just doing the normal thing where it writes me the article in the chat, you see how it's opened up this sidebar here, and then the article is now in a separate window, which is interesting. But here's where the developments get quite interesting now. So I've now got the article. I want to change the heading, for instance, the power of AI for business preparedness, introducing visualize. Okay, I like it. Maybe I want to get rid of the introducing visualize part. So I go down to the chat, of course, and I say, get rid of the introducing visualize part, or now I just simply click here and remove it. So now I have a working document. Now, this is a huge change because what this means is that the chat now becomes effectively a document that you're working on and collaborating with ChatGPT on. Not only can I do that, I can actually now refine very specifically. So, for instance, the first paragraph, I don't like it that much. So what do we often have to do? We often have to come down to the chat here and we have to say, I don't like the first paragraph. Can you change it, but don't change anything else? Well, in this particular case, what we do now is we just highlight that and then we ask GPT to do something. Make this a bit longer. And there you go. It's just changed the first paragraph, which is really cool. So now we can edit certain bits of an item. So for instance, let's say we're doing SEO for our website. We've got our terminology. We can go in and we can say, okay, well, you should have your key phrase in the heading. Like, here's my key phrase. Make sure it's in all of the headings, things like that, which is cool. We can get specific. The other thing that we can now do is we have this little edits thing down the bottom here. Now, there's a couple of things that we can do with that. The first thing that we can do is adjust the length. So I'm going to click this button here and I am going to move that up or down, depending on where I want this to be. So if I move this to shortest, what you'll see when I hit the enter button is you'll see this all start to get re-edited. And you'll see that's now shortened it, and it will shorten it significantly. There you go. I can then go back and I can say, nah, let's make that the longest. And there we have it. So really cool stuff. That's video 1. I'm going to do video 2 now. So I'm going to stop this one so that you're not sitting there watching 10 minutes of video and I don't have to upload for an hour. So next one coming out very soon. Cheers.